Hi yogis, short video on shoulders. We're going to do a lot of shoulder mobility, and if you feel like you're tight in your shoulders or you just need a little more mobility, or even if you think you have mobility, these are great things to do. We do a lot of this stuff in yoga and it keeps our shoulders supple, mobile and happy. So start in child's pose. So start like this, kneeling. Now I don't have a mat, so I'm not going to touch my forehead on the floor. But your knees can be super wide if you'd like to get an inner thigh stretch, but big toes sort of touching. Walk your hands forward and rest your forehead on the floor. If it doesn't touch the floor, then you could rest your forehead on something, be it a cushion, a book, something. Now really inch your fingers forward. And then on your exhale, maybe you can engage your abdomen and drag your hips back towards your heels, but that's up to you. Think about hollowing out your armpits to further stretch your shoulders. You could also lift onto your fingertips to further stretch your shoulders. And you could also start bringing your hands closer together and eventually even bringing your palms together to further stretch your shoulders and your lats. Now, if this is good, stay right there. Otherwise, on your next inhalation, stay in position, but just walk your straight arms to the left. Still your forehead is on something or the floor, or if it's comfortable, it doesn't have to be on anything. And on your exhale, drag your hips back towards the heels. Once again, you can lift onto fingertips to intensify, and you can also cover your right hand with your left, and that might also intensify the stretch. And by that, I mean cover your left with your right. Well, actually it depends. Different people do different things. Now, if you did move your arms left, on your inhale, do the same thing on the other side. So move them all the way to the right, and then do the same. On your exhale, take your hips back towards your heels. You can cover one hand with the other. And inhale slowly back to center. Inhalations in and out by nose. Come to join me in a comfortable seated position. And we will continue now with something called eagle arms. So lift your arms up, and on your exhale, long spine, cross your left elbow over your right elbow. So start by just crossing your elbows and make sure they're crossed. Now, if this is enough and you already feel a stretch, just bring the back of your hands to touch. If you feel like you would like to deepen, then the thumb of your bottom arm, so the thumb in this case of my right hand, is going to touch my nose, and the left hand rotates to the outside of it so that your palms come to touch. You can interlock your fingers to get a bit more stretch, and then keep them interlocked or release, and start maybe lifting your elbows up. If you also push your elbows away from you, it will deepen the stretch. And notice that sometimes your hands want to move towards your face. Push them away so that your forearms remain perpendicular to the earth, and stretching fingers up. And then we change. So lift, and on your exhale, left underneath the right. And do the same. So back of your hands, or interlocked fingers, or there was a fly, palms touching. And then notice if your hands are close to your face, move them away. Lifting your fingertips and your elbows up to the ceiling, if that feels nice. And for all these stretches, always calm, fully comfortable breaths, but full breaths in and out by nose. And anytime you're seated, sit with a long spine. And then let go and release. Okay, so the next stretch is for the back of your arm and the back of your shoulder. Now, you see that at the gym, people do it like this. I prefer getting my forearm in the other arm and doing it like this. So if you'd like to stay doing it like this, do. Otherwise, something that I very much enjoy is you lie on your abdomen. I'm gonna have to change my clothes after this, and walk your hands like this away from each other, and then it doesn't matter which one is in front because we'll swap. And then you might really inch them far. Rest your chin on your arms, or not so much. But I find this stretch super efficient, and I really like it. If you are doing the lying down stretch, try to keep your palms flat rather than opening. And we'll stay here a bit more time, so if you are doing the lying down one, it will give you time to hold for 30 seconds. We generally do about a 30-second hold, and most studies are based on 30 seconds hold, but also I find it's a very efficient way, therefore, for your body to start changing rapidly. swap arms. So whether you're doing that one and staying with this, or maybe you've decided to stay lying and you've therefore bring your other arm in front. It's so bright, so I have to cover my eyes. So and yeah, so try to do this, any work really that you do like this, for 3 times a week would be perfect, because you see it's just, you know, 10 minutes or less, but the body, it is a frequency of the work that you do more than the intensity of the actual work. Of course, go to a place where you feel the stretch, but it's not painful. Come on out of this stretch, and then 2 more. So we take something that we call in yoga cow face arms. So different ways to do this too. So you can start simply by, with your left hand holding onto the right elbow, and just this stretch. You can help the right arm with your left hand. I'm going to face away so you see me. You can help the hand up through the shoulder blade, between the shoulder blades, and you could take this stretch, or you can take the cow face arms, which is this stretch. Now it really doesn't matter what arm is on top of what is at the bottom, provided that, you know, we do both. And you can just do the one that feels right. You can use, if your hands don't connect like mine do, you could use a rope or a belt, anything that you can sort of walk your hands up on, and eventually maybe do get your fingers to connect. And as always, we'll do just a bit longer so that you've had time to enter and take the stretch. And then slowly exit and take your other side. So again, you could do the just right hand on left elbow. You could do right hand on left elbow, but from the bottom, and stay like that. Or you can do right hand, left hand, connect behind your back, and it will be for you to decide which one works. And then breathe calmly. We sometimes hold our breath or breathe a bit fast and choppy when things get uncomfortable. And in these stretches, the idea is to get comfortably uncomfortable, so you feel the stretch, but it's a place that you can be in without reaction. But really, these stretches are really, really efficient if they are done frequently. Your nervous system quickly habituates, and it will start to allow the muscles a bit more mobility, and a bit more mobility in your joints. Slowly release, and 1 more. Interlock your hands behind you like this. Now your palms could be together, they could be apart. To intensify the stretch, your palms can face down and away, but this is quite intense. If you do this standing, you'll find it's less intense. And just stretch your hands away. Now you're pulling your hands down towards the floor as well as away from your hips. Try to not stick your chest out so much so that you can really work on the shoulders. And then again, finding the place where you feel this, but it's not so intense that it causes you to, you know, cringe or like clench or react. Breathe calmly, breathe fully. We hold another few moments, and you'll notice that you can go deeper as your body starts to be in the stretch. But really, really big difference if you do this frequently. And exhale, bring your hands down, and that's it. Thank you for joining me.